Hi everyone, welcome to the 12 weeks of Christmas. So let's have a look at what we're going to do for the first week. We'll open up our little book, pull up the first little box, and in here we have the first week of Christmas, Craft Ideas 2021, a rustic farmhouse ornament, snowshoe ornament. All right. That is what we're doing this week. Please stay tuned and the video will start shortly. Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. So I just wanted to share my completed little rustic ornaments that I made, and I'm using my Great Power 60 Gifts topper, and I've made a few of them, and they turned out to be quite fun. So I'm going to see if I can do more. I haven't finished decorating. I'm trying to make them all sort of the same, and I have a little bit of ribbon left over, so I decided to use that to cover the staple that's just above my name. So I'm just adding a little hot glue, and I'm going to put this little gingham red. It just matched. I liked it because it matched the bow on the little ornament that I made. And then I'm taking one of the picks and I am cutting it apart, and I'm using one of the leaves, just wiping down my glue gun. Seems to overheat sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to show you here. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my little snipper plier things that I have, I don't know what they're called, to pull off the leaf. And I'm going to add that to the top. And then this also has the little berries, and I'm taking one large and two small to decorate the bottom of each one, and I'm just using hot glue to put it on. So I'm just hoping that it's not going to fall off with the hot glue. So I'm just flattening it out a little bit, waiting for my glue gun to be hot enough. There we go. So I'm just adding a little glue along the spine of the leaf. My glue gun was just being a little finicky there. Oops, sorry about that. I just hit the camera. And then I added a little glue at the end, and I'm just adding the little balls to it, or the little berries, and just waiting for them to cool, waiting for the hot glue to cool. We always have some glue string around, and there is my little packaging for those. So now I'm going to show you how I put it together. So I've got this jute string, and I think I measured it about 15 inches. And I wanted to make it longer so that people could adjust it if they wanted it shorter or longer. Just going to fold it in half and tie a knot at the end. I mean, you could use ribbon, but because it's rustic, I decided to use the jute string, and I'm just trying to decide which is the best front. So I'm just going to put the loop through, loop the string, pull it, So that way it's long enough if anyone wants to cut it down or shorten it, or if they want to add a ribbon instead of the jute string. Now I'm using the red berry pick with this, and I found after making a few of them that I didn't need to cut the extra wire. What I've done is poked it through and twisted around, and that way I didn't have to cut any of it off. I could have cut some of it off, but it actually worked out well because it kept it in place, and I could twist it through the little pieces of wood so that nothing would be sticking out. Now you're probably thinking, well, you know, it could fall off or it could fall forward or do whatever. What I'm going to do now is take a little hot glue onto the leaf, two of the leaves, one on each end, and I'm just going to attach it to the base of the snowshoe. When I first did this video, I kept saying horseshoe. I don't know why I kept saying horseshoe. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, um, I'm just gluing, there's 3 leaves on each of these picks. So I'm just gluing the 2 of them, and I'm leaving the rest of it loose, and then I'm just playing around with the berries, moving them around. They're on wire, so they're really easy to kind of play around with. And then there's that little metal piece, that little metal spiral thing. So now I'm just going to cut some ribbon, and I'm attaching the ribbon to the bottom. I thought it just added a really nice touch with the gingham. I didn't have any of the black, what do they call it, buffalo check. I didn't have any of that, so I thought the red would be better to use, matches the berries. Great for Christmas. I always have trouble with the ribbon for some reason. But I play around with it and play around with it until I can get it right. I keep playing around with it. What I also do too with the ribbon, once I've got it all the way I want it and cut off the longer ends, I will add a dab of hot glue to the back of it to attach it to the pick so that it'll also stay. When I bought these, I really had no idea what I was going to do with them, and everything just kind of fell into place. I think that happens a lot when we're doing crafts. You know, we have an idea of what we want, and then suddenly all the pieces kind of fit together. Excuse me. And I'm just playing around with that, and I'm going to snip off the longer pieces of the ribbon. I always get confused on which way to cut it so that it'll have the pointy end, the fishtail instead of the pointy part. I always have to think about it. Oh, I'm going to cut it this way. I got to cut it this way. Oh, I got to cut it this way. I don't know why. And there we have it. I just think it's a cute little addition and a good way to use up my stash. And you can use these on gifts. You can use them for decorating in the house. You can use it for putting on your tree. If you happen to have a farmhouse theme on your tree, I think this would make a really nice addition. So I hope you like my little project that I decided to use my little products that I bought when they were on sale at the Multi-Crafts store. I decided that it's a little bit too long. Once I started making, the first one was, you know, kind of an experiment, but once I started making, you know, 2 or 3 of them, it really was quite a fun little project to do. I hope you enjoyed this little project that I decided to do, and I'm adding it to the little packaging, and it fits perfectly in there. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And then I just have to add the little gingham pieces at the top, as I showed you earlier. It's a great way to use up the little pieces that you cut off when you're making the bows, and I just thought, well, why waste it? We can use it to decorate the topper. Adding a little glue. You know, sometimes they're shorter, sometimes they're longer, but for the most part, using up the pieces is really, I really like the fact that nothing is going to waste. Again, just adding glue to the leaf. I think it's just a nice way to finish off your project when you're doing a project, to have it all packaged up nice and neat. Just getting rid of some glue strings. And I'm just adding a dab of glue to put the little berries on. Again, I don't know if they'll fall off or not. I'm hoping not. I just wanted to use up everything that I had, and I thought this was kind of a great idea. And there we have it. Another one done. Well, I hope you like this video. I hope you get some ideas for yourself on what you can do when you find these different products. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first one of my Christmas 2021 craft ideas, maybe some craft fair ideas. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.